Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Ultraviolet Oracle, and I'm so excited to be giving you guys another pick a card reading today. Today's topic is September 2019 predictions. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So the way this works with pick a card readings, I'm going to upload a photo right about here of the 4 piles, and it's pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. We have pile 1 with Adventurine, pile 2 with Celestite, pile 3 with Angel or Quartz, and pile 4 with Lapis Lazuli. And I want you to use your intuition and see what pile calls out to you. And I'm going to have the time steps down below, down in the description box. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you would like to hit that subscribe button or that like button, that would be much appreciated. But thank you guys again so much for joining me, and I'm so excited. Okay, thank you for joining me, pile number 1. So because of my tripod situation, I'm going to, I'm not able to have the camera over the cards, so I'm just gonna upload a photo of the cards probably right about here and just like narrate, and you know, I'll have that photo there so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. But to begin your reading, in the first part of the month with the top row of the tarot cards and the, if you see me looking down, it's because I have the cards right here. With the 10 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the reversed 4 of Swords, I really see for you guys that in the first part of the month, you know, you're very successful, you're very hardworking. I really want to say this is talking about like a job. You know, you're making good money, you've worked hard, your financial income has a very strong foundation that you've worked really hard for, and you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. You know, this could be, especially with the reversed 4 of Swords, this could definitely mean like, you know, going out with friends, you know, going shopping, you know, doing things that you enjoy doing truly because, you know, you've worked to get to this place of financial stability. And with the second part of the month, I'll kind of tie all of this together. I'm just going to go part by part. You know, with the second row, the reverse 10 of Cups, the reverse 6 of Wands, and the reverse 9 of Pentacles really tells me that, you know, because the overall theme of the month is reversed 6 of Wands. And, you know, it's really telling me that the second part of the month is actually going to be very successful, if not more so than the first part. You know, whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, magic. And you're making good money, but you have a strong feeling like something's missing in your life. You know, you have all these reasons to be happy, but it's just kind of like, the word that came to mind was like dissatisfaction. And it's not in like, oh, it's not good enough or it's not enough, but it's like something's missing. And I feel, I can feel that something's missing. You know, you have all of these things and you're grateful for them, but you're just like, there's something more. Like, I'm just not as passionate as I used to be. You know what I mean? And then with the third part of the month, you know, with the reversed 9 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the reversed Knight of Cups, it's telling me that you've had this dream kind of that you've always wanted. Like, it could be moving to a new city that you've always wanted to move to, or going to, or switching jobs per se, you know what I mean? There's something that you've always been wanting to do, but in the back of your mind, you're kind of just like, it's not possible, or, you know, I'm fine with where I'm at. You know what I mean? And you're kind of just like, what's the point of changing? You know, I'm making good money, I have a strong foundation, and I have stability, but your soul is saying, you know, I want more. I need more. You know, your soul knows and your heart knows what you want and what you truly desire long before the brain can rationalize it. And it's really telling me that it's the sense of there's something more, and, you know, there's this dream that I'm longing for. That sense within you is just going to keep growing in the month to the point where you're just like, I can't take it anymore. You know, I trust myself, I believe in myself, and I'm just going to do it because why not? You know, if I can do what I've already done so far, why can't I do this? Why don't I deserve to be happy? You know what I mean? And, you know, 5 is the number of change. And with the 5 of Pentacles, you know that there needs to be change. You know that it's also going to require money. But I also seeing, you know, towards the end of September, if not the beginning of October, you're going to have that light bulb moment, the light bulb moment with the reverse Nine of Cups. You're either going to get a download of information or an idea that's going to tell you exactly how to achieve what you want to achieve, or you're going to have like an incoming job offer, or you're going to get a random email asking you to interview for another company. You know what I mean? You're going to have this kind of, I see like a doorway. You're going to have this doorway presented to you, and you're going to, everything in you is just going to be like, ding, 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 that's it. You know what I mean? Because with the lizard spirit and the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted, and dream the world into being. You know, you're actually manifesting towards the end of this month this new opportunity that's coming in. And it really has to do with something you're passionate about. And with the where are you being called to journey to card and the leap card, you go first, the universe will catch you. It really tells me that this could very, very highly indicate travel. You know, especially since, you know, this is going to take a leap of faith, and you are being called to journey somewhere. Your soul is calling you to journey somewhere, and you've been ignoring this call for a long time now. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, because you've built a strong foundation, you know, of like financial stability and whatnot. But it's really time to move into something you're passionate about. And this could be, you know, starting your own business, moving to a new company that treats you better. This could be, you know, I've been kind of growing distant in my relationship because I've been working so much in my finances, but you've also been working so much in your finances because you're neglecting and kind of just dodging the issues present in your relationship. And I really get the feeling that if this is relationship oriented, you know it's time to move on, because you know that passion and that spark is not there. You don't want to be tolerated, you want to be appreciated. You know what I mean? And you know that's what you deserve. So why not go for it? And then the 3 cards from like a normal deck of cards that I have is kind of like unexpected surprises coming. You know what I mean? And with the 8 of Pentacles, reversed Ace of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles, it's really telling me that you've been saving up your money. If not, do. Because it's really going to help with whatever you're trying to bring into your reality. You know what I mean? And that's what the 4 of Pentacles talks about. Taking, you know, reassessing your finances, how you're saving, how you're spending, and having that cushion to fall back on, you know, as you're transitioning into this new world. And the Ace of Cups reverse is the self-love card in the deck. You know, you're really going to take this time in this month to truly love yourself. And I know you already love yourself, but not just tolerate yourself, but truly appreciate yourself. And a part of that says, you know, I don't have that passion anymore. I don't have that spark anymore. And I know I have the tools and the experience and the knowledge necessary to go for it. And the 8 of Pentacles is, you know, it's telling me that you're going to have a surprise, or kind of like an income, you know, that incoming doorway that I was talking about is going to come to you when you're hard at work. You know, when you're busy at something. You know, you could be sitting at your desk at your job or wherever, and ding, 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 you know, you get an email saying interview, or you get a new match on Tinder. Or, I mean, you guys know what I mean. When you're preoccupied with your everyday routines, you know, which embodies Virgo energy, that's when you're going to get this incoming surprise. Or, you know, that surprise could be, you know, that new self-love and deservingness that you have within you. You know, you're going to be working in your routine, and it's not that it's, you know, you hate it or it makes you sad or anything like that, but you're going to be like, you know what? I've come so far, and now imagine how much further I could go. You know, no one's going to create the dream life for me, this life full of passion, where I'm living my passion and my purpose for me, except me. And now it's time for me to answer the call. But I'm so excited for you guys to see what that is. Comment down in the description box what resonates. Tell me your story. I'd love to hear it. But that's all I'm seeing for you guys for pile number 1. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And infinite blessings, infinite love, infinite peace. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome, pile 2, to your reading. So, because of my tripod situation, I can't have the camera, like, over the cards, but I do have them right here in front of me, so I'm going to insert a photo, like, in this general area of the layout of the cards, so that way you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. But, okay, so I'm going to kind of tell you, like, the overall story, and then go in, like, first part of the month, second part of the month, third part of the month. You know what I mean? It'll just make more sense that way. But yeah, I really see, like, okay, so in the very middle of the tarot spread, we have the reverse strength card. And that's the overall theme for the month. And, that's really telling me, especially with this Pillar of Light oracle, and the Pillar of Light, you are the oracle, your vibration is rising. And the Dance with Life, do something to change your energy. It's really telling me that you're going to learn, like, a new kind of strength, because you're a strong person, don't get me wrong. But it's a very much like a masculinity kind of energy, masculine kind of energy, if I can speak. And you're going to learn how, that feminine kind of strength, one that has compassion and nurtures that inner child, and truly learn how to be playful and forgiving with yourself. And because, in the first part of the month, we have the Devil. You guys actually have a lot of majors in your spread, so I really get the feeling that this is going to be a big month of growth for you guys. And don't be scared by the cards, I'll explain. But with the Devil, Reverse Temperance, and the Eight of Pentacles, I get a feeling that, especially with the Devil, because Virgo energy is all about our routines and stuff like that, and the Devil is about breaking habits, breaking patterns, and realizing what part of your habits and your thought processes, but more importantly, I'm feeling like emotional coping mechanisms no longer serve you. And the Temperance card, to me, talks about adjustments that need to be made and patience, How do I put it? You've been so busy preoccupying yourself with the Eight of Pentacles. You've been doing whatever possible to kind of dodge what emotional issues you've kind of been through in the past, lol. And they've kind of just taken a back burner, a back seat, and sitting on the back burner. If I can, oh my gosh, I'm so bad today. But Temperance, I've been learning about, it's all about, having the right speed with progression. And you've been progressing with whether it be love or work and finances, but now it's time for your spiritual growth to kind of step up to the plate. As you grow in all aspects of life, you also have to be balanced and grow in that spiritual aspect. Because, with your vibration rising, you're going to know what's no longer serving you. And you're going to know that because in the second part of the month with Judgment, Reverse Strength, and the Reverse Eight of Wands, lol, I get a feeling that, you're going to kind of be isolated. And when I say that, I mean, like, people might be distancing themselves from you. Not that it has anything to do with you, but they're just, busy. People might be preoccupied with other things. You might not get as many invites because there's just nothing happening, But that's just because this is a time for things in your past to be called to the present for you to deal with, for you to discover that inner strength and playfulness within you. With the Temperance card, the Devil, all of them, you need that pause and momentum, which is, what the Reverse Eight of Wands talks about, in order for these things to come to the surface and for you to be playful with yourself again and to gain this positivity and spark and hope in life. Because the Judgment card, to me, always talks about, like, answering the call or, things kind of being resurrected. And when I say resurrected, I mean aspects of you that you know, because I feel like there's parts of you that you've just kind of forgotten about, you know, like, you know, I used to spend a lot of time in nature. I haven't done that in a while. Or, you know, I used to be really close and passionate about animals, and I just I just haven't been able to, you know, spend time with that part of what I'm passionate about, and what I love, and what just makes me me, you know, because when you get to that level of, you know, if you're right here and, you know, you elevate because your vibration is rising, you're going to be tested. And when I say tested, I don't mean like something bad's going to happen or something like that. I just purely mean with the Lovers reversed, the Tower reversed, and the King of Cups, it's really telling me, and it's very beautiful, that you're going to have things that you've dealt with in the past, because you've been through some stuff. You've been through some shit, excuse my language. And, you know, you've been through relationships where people didn't know your worth, and it's just been take, and you've been giving, and there's no balance, and you've experienced these tower moments of crisis, and people just walking out and losing things, and, you know, instantaneous change that you necessarily didn't want. But you're now going to be looking at these things from a different perspective. You know, you're going to be dealing with them with, you know, when these things come to the surface, you're no longer going to have these same coping mechanisms like the devil talks about. You're going to have the strength card and, you know, the temperance, and it's telling me that you're going to now look at these situations with compassion, and I'll explain in a second. But, you know, towards the end of the month with the King of Cups card, you know, these things are going to bubble to the surface, and you're going to deal with them in such a healthy and loving and unconditional way, to the point where you now become this King of Cups. And the King of Cups also talks about, you know, you are the oracle, because our intuition is highly tied with our emotions. And the more we become emotionally stable and grounded and all of that, and when we grow and evolve emotionally, so does our intuition. Which is why, you know, you have this whale card, trust the great mystery, and the sandpiper spirit, be playful. You're now going to have this new playfulness. You know, your intuition is now going to tell you what coping mechanisms serve you, what don't, what aspects of your life serve you, what doesn't, you know, what you've been holding on to emotionally that you no longer need to hold on to. You know what I mean? That's just been holding you back and weighing you down, and you're being called to be playful again. You know, you're going to have this kind of resurrection of vitality into your life. And, you know, that's what this whole month is about. That's, you know, because with the Dance of Life card, do something to change your energy. You know, redecorate your room. You know, change your appearance. Do something to revitalize your energy. Whether that be, you know, and it's really, I'm getting the vision of like, you know, an old dusty room, and just coming in and cleaning and redecorating and bringing that spark and life and passion back into it. And, you know, when I see that room, I think of like the heart chamber. You know, people, you know, one of my favorite decks is a Rumi deck, and it talks about how our heart chamber, you know, can be closed off, and it can be like this old dusty room that we haven't tended to, that we just wanted to neglect and just not deal with. But coming in and opening up the window in the room and letting fresh air in and decorating, LOL, and doing things to revitalize and bring that oomph back to it. You know what I mean? It's a very, if at the beginning of the month, you know, I'm getting the feeling that it's a very much like, you know, I'm getting tired, I'm getting worn down, you know, I am working, and, you know, I'm fulfilled, but not emotionally. And towards the second part of the month and the end of the month, you're going to know why. And you're going to deal with these things that you've been holding on to that are bubbling up to the surface, and it is successful. I just want to say I'm already proud of you. And then these 3 cards at the very bottom right that talk about, well, the normal deck of cards. It's the 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. And it's, you know, when I pulled these cards specifically, it was to talk about like unexpected instances that are going to happen during the month. Here's an example. Like the Four of Wands talks about family home celebration. And it's really telling me you're going to have this, I got to redecorate. I want to dust. I want to clean. I want to revitalize. You know what I mean? Because that alone is going to rise the vibration of, you know, your living environment. You're going to look around and say, you know, why have I been letting myself live like this? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but saying, you know, I want to decorate more. I deserve a nicer room. I want to go buy something nice for it. I want to buy clothes that really resonate with me, that make me feel like I am appreciating myself, not just tolerating myself. I want to be able to appreciate my living environment, not just tolerate it. And the Four of Wands talks about, I mean, that's just what it's telling me. And the Four of Swords is talking about taking a step back, slowing down and meditating and reflecting in your mind. And it's really telling me, you know, at night you might have a couple sleepless nights where things just come to the surface in your past. And it's for you to deal with them and show them compassion and love, the same way you're learning to show yourself. And the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups is telling me, you know, Nine of Cups is all about a wish fulfillment. You know, things that you've been hoping for are going to just start manifesting into your life because you now have this complete different emotional outlook on life and the way you see things. And, you know, when you have these things from your past that you haven't dealt with or forgiven and healed and whatnot, that blocks manifestations in your life. And when you know, I'm just rambling now, but you know what I mean. It's a very happy, beautiful month for you, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this reading. I really appreciate it. That's all I got for you guys. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it. I would appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment down below on how it resonated with you. Let me know your story. I love reading all the comments. But again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, for those of you who chose pile 3, this is your reading. So because of my current tripod situation, I can't have the camera like right over the cards, but I do have them right in front of me. I'm going to insert a photo right around here and, you know, in this general area, so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. But let's get into your reading. Okay, so first off, this whole month, the words that came to mind, if I could sum it up into one sentence, would be re-examining what is brought to the table. Because in the first part of the month with the Seven of Pentacles, the reversed Three of Wands, and the Moon, you know, whether this is love, finances, career, you know, it's telling me that you're going to know whatever it should be, whatever it is, should be more. And it's being revealed to you. And you're doing the shadow work and examining what you're bringing to the table. Whether it be your job and reevaluating your work ethics or how you're being treated. Because you know that there's something off here. If it's a relationship, reevaluating what you bring to the table. What your partner brings to the table, because with the Moon card telling me a lot of things are going to be revealed, but also you're going to be doing inner shadow work, which means, you know, examining the parts of yourself that you don't necessarily like, in order to see what you bring to the table and see how you could, you know, bring more to the table, because your overall energy for the month is the Three of Pentacles, which is all about, not only is about like collaboration and working together to improve something, but it's also about knowing your worth, seeing what you bring to the table, seeing what others bring to the table. Because in the second part of the month, it's going to become overwhelming with, you know, whatever is not meeting your expectations, whether it be your relationship, your job, your, you know, passions, your hobbies, whatever it may be. You know that it's just not there. And it's going to become almost like a battle. Or I don't want to say battle. It's going to be something that is going to feel like a struggle to you, but you're not going to struggle with it, if that makes sense. Especially with this Four of Wands card, that's all about the home. It's about celebration. It's about, the Three of Pentacles, 3 and 4, progressive numbers, growing. But whatever you are working on is successful, and, there's celebration to be had. Because, if that makes sense, because the improvement that needed to be there is now there. Boom. Got it. And towards the end of the month, with the reverse Three of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Fool, it's really telling me that whatever, has not been meeting your expectations, and, whatever you feel like you're not getting your returned investments on, it's been heavy, it's been heavy on you. And because of this celebration and, being honest with yourself and with people and whatever it may be, you're going to have that healed, that struggle or burden that you've had in you is going to be released, and it's going to be healed. And you're now going to have this new passion, but not just passion. It's telling me that you're going to see your own strength and your own abilities. And, oh my gosh, I was able to reflect, and, I'm no longer afraid to assess this situation truthfully and brutally honestly. And you're going to see how that's done nothing but improve your life. And at the very end of the month with this Fool card, it's really giving me the energy like there's a surprise in store. There's this new beginning with whatever you've been working on, if that makes sense, whether it be relationship, job, or whomever. There's going to be this new beginning because you've done this work to balance the scales, to bring justice, to do the shadow work. And some words of advice, with the parrot spirit and the turtle spirit, watch your words, watch what you say to people. Effective communication is going to be the only way that collaboration is going to work. And, in order to balance any relationship or successfully have your needs met in per se a job environment, you need to communicate effectively. And with the slow and steady wins the race, you need to know that, and then also with the longing for home, belonging card, and the align your life, you're going to know what no longer aligns your life. But with the turtle spirit and the Mantaken, I think it's pronounced, card, with the longing for home and the slow and steady wins the race, you're going to know that you can't just skip this. You can't just rush through it. You got to do that inner work. You got to work together. And this isn't something you can just do by yourself, and that it's got to be a team effort, and you got to have everyone on the same page in order to see that new beginning that's promised to you at the end of the month. And then the 3 cards at the very bottom, the Joker, the reversed Ace of Swords, and then the reversed 8 of Cups. The reversed 8 of Cups to me always talks about not having to move on from something that you thought you were going to have to move on to, seeing that, oh, well, this is fixable. You know what I mean? I don't have to walk away from this. That, through communication and reflection and meditation, I can see how to maneuver this situation in order to serve me, if that makes sense. And the reversed Ace of Swords to me talks about having this new incoming self-truth, if that makes sense. Because the swords talk about truth. But to me it's talking about you having this new inner strength to be brutally honest with yourself in order to do that shadow work and to see what you bring to the table. And that's going to be your greatest gift this month. And the Joker card, to me, I kind of programmed that card to mean unexpected sweet results, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You do the effort and the work, and you're going to have just gifts waiting on you. You know what I mean? The universe saying, good job. Here's what you've earned. Here you go. And you're now going to have that alignment in your life. And I'm very proud of you guys. You can do it. Just stick it out. But that's all I am seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining my reading. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated with you guys. I love hearing your stories. If you found this reading at all helpful, please share it, like, comment, subscribe. But anyways, see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, for those of you who chose pile number 4, this is your reading. Because of my tripod situation, I can't have like the cards in view, so I'm just going to upload a photo like right around this general area of what, you know, the spread looks like. I still have it in front of me so I can see it, and I'll have that photo there so you guys know what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Let's jump into it. Okay, so for the overall energy of the month, at the very middle of the tarot cards, we have the Two of Cups, which is really telling me that this is going to be a month to heal and to really evaluate all of your partnerships and your relationships and the people you surround yourself with and the people you have in your life. If you were hoping to hear about career, finances, or something like that, you might want to choose a new pile. Because in the beginning of the month, with the reversed Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands, you're going into a happier, like this is going to be a very happy month for you. And when I look at this gift that you're not seeing from the universe, you know, that the Four of Cups talks about, I get this feeling of like freedom, you know, that's what the cards, well, like that's what the energy just feels like to me. You know, that's what the cards are portraying to me, is this new sense of like freedom in your relationships. Because the beginning of the month, you have change. Like the Wheel of Fortune talks about, you know, going to the next step. It's talking about, you know, the progression of life, time going forward, relationships evolving, if that makes sense, but in a very lucky, go happy kind of way. And especially with the Knight of Wands, like I have a feeling that you're going to be meeting new people. You know, because in the second part of the week, with the reverse Chariot, Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords, you're going to have this kind of standstill with the people you have been surrounding yourself with, and you're going to have to move on from them, you know, from the people who no longer serve you, who don't add to your life, you know, who are just constantly draining and taking, and, you know, people you just, you know, honestly know should not be there. And, you know, you're really going to be reminiscing and thinking and evaluating and assessing those relationships you have in your life. What do you bring? What do they bring? Because, you know, you've experienced a lot of hurt in your life, and I really get the feeling that, you know, with the snake spirit, time to heal, and wasp spirit, sometimes life stings, you know, you've been hurt in your day. And with the Death card, the Magician, the King of Pentacles, at the very end, towards the end of the month, you're going to have endings. You're not going to have the same friendships that you had in the beginning in a very happy way. You know what I mean? Because the Magician card's telling me that you enacted these endings. You know, you're the one who said, that's enough. And the King of Pentacles is, even if you feel like you have less friends than you had at the beginning of the month, because you are meeting new people. Because as you make room for something by letting things go, you know, you're making room for the universe to bring in new relationships, new connections, you know. And even though you might be, you know, kind of in the solitary mindset, if that makes sense, because you have less friends, you know, you're not mad about it. Look how content the King of Pentacles is, because, you know, he doesn't need people who are draining him. He doesn't need people who are just taking. You know what I mean? And this whole month is talking about just you know, you're entering in this new cycle in your life. You know, you're letting go of friendships that are ending. And it's for, you know, the best. And you know that. And you know that it's for your growth. And with the Birthing a New Age card and the Lumeria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. You know, you are birthing this new age for you to step into that's a lot bigger than you even realize. And it's gonna, when I say freedom, like in the very beginning of the reading, it's because you're no longer going to be tied to these negative people. And it's going to kind of feel like this heaven on earth. You know what I mean? You're now going to have these healthy, giving, and vibrant relationships. And not only are you going to be giving to them, but finally they're going to be reciprocating, and you know, it's not going to feel so much like you're a dry well anymore. And that's very beautiful. I'm very happy for you guys. You know, because you've been hurt, and you're finally cutting some people out of your life that you just know you need to. You know what I mean? And at the very bottom with the King of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups, you know, this is no longer time to cry over spilt milk. The Six of Swords, which you have, you know, in your reading with the tarot cards, is about moving on. And that's okay. You know what I mean? You're not losing anything. You're gaining this new age. You're gaining this new cycle. You're gaining these new connections and partnerships. But you got to make room for them first. You know what I mean? Gosh, how many times I'm going to say that? And then the King of Cups is, you know, very balanced in his emotions. And he knows, you know, that his cup is already filled. And he knows what's going to fill his cup. And he knows what makes him happy. And he's balanced in giving his emotions and receiving, you know, emotions. And, you know, when I see that card, I just think of balance, you know? And, you know, the snake spirit and the wasp spirit, it's number 55 and 64. And if you add both of those numbers together, they both equal 10, which is a number of endings. You know, it has ended. It's time to move on. It's time to go into this new cycle. And yeah, you know, it might hurt, it might feel bittersweet, but you have so many blessings in this reading that are promised to you if you can just make room for them by letting go of what no longer serves you. And that's what September is really going to be about. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this reading. I really hope it resonated. You know, take what resonated, leave what doesn't. If you know, comment down in the comments how it resonated. Tell me your story. I love reading the comments. Yeah, if this helped in any way, shape, or form, or shed light on anything, please share it. And, you know, I want to get this message out to as many people as, you know, who needs to hear it. And that did not make sense, but you know what I mean. And please like, share, subscribe. It's not going to kill you, but again, thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next reading. Bye.